Hey everybody, Jbg here. Good evening, greetings once again. We are about to cross and enter the state line of Indiana. We are located somewhere today in Hammond, Indiana, I believe. Alright, we still had 387 miles to Cincinnati, Ohio. Sheesh. I sure took my time today. I can't believe I'm still here. No worries, we don't have to deliver till 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Welcome to Indiana, the crossroads of America. Once again, I welcome you to the Jbg Travels channel. I am your host, Jbg, and of course, the star of the show, Baby Blue. Meet Baby Blue. Baby Blue is a self-automated IA in secret. I just sit here, pretend I'm driving. And can you imagine what the government would do if they found out Baby Blue was actually an IA? I just pretend I'm driving. And that was brought to you by Milk Biscuit. Guaranteed to whiten your teeth, soften your skin like butter, and make you think above average. Milk Biscuit, now available at Walmart Supercenter. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am honored and oh man, you guys are great. Thank you. I will try to put out a clean for everybody to watch. And hopefully not too boring, but as life goes, you can't please everyone, right? So, but it's a goal. It's a goal. It's an unattainable goal, but nevertheless. So for those of you who are new, to the old viewers and followers of mine, everybody knows that I showcase this a lot because this highway right here is the melting pot of all the trucks that from east coast to west coast. If you want to go to San Francisco from New York or Maine, you've got to go through here. Even if you want to go to California or LA, a lot of truckers go take Interstate 80 all the way to Salt Lake City and pick up Interstate 15. Like I used to do. But in the wintertime, for example, I used to have the dedicated run between Green Bay to Minuteman. Jeez, it's only been 7 months and I already forgot what that place is called. Wait. City of Industry. Whew, that was hard. Anyway, so from Green Bay, I would pick up Highway 151 all the way to Dubuque, Iowa. Cross into Iowa, Cedar Rapids. Pick up Highway, 380. And take 80 to Des Moines. and pick up going down to Kansas City, all the way to Dalhart, Texas. That's 54. All the way to Tucumcari, New Mexico. Pick up Interstate 40 all the way down to Barstow, and pick up 15. Okay, one of you wanted to know how I got into trucking and who pointed a gun at my head and forced me to trucking. Well, it all began back in 1990. Yeah, almost at the end of 1990. I just recently arrived in the United States after 10 years, 15 years of living in the Philippines. To begin the story, I was born and raised in the Philippines in 1968, but by the time 1979 or 80, we migrated here in the United States, where I studied 7th, 8th grade, and 9th grade, a freshman, and sometime about August, maybe September. Then I went back to the Philippines and lived there until 1990. Then I came back up here. I worked some odd jobs. In fact, I remember working for Manpower or Seek staffing. Oh, they would send us all over the place, mostly cheese factories. And I don't know, man, it just... I also remember the famous show BJ and the Bear. I think that was one of the things that I kind of liked it. But moving back up here, I was in this odd jobs going nowhere, and I hated the idea of being stuck in a cheese factory all day long. And I saw this billboard. Actually, how many of you out there remember that ad on the paper? Australia wants you. He said supposedly Australia needs truck drivers. It turned out to be a scam, I guess. But anyway, I saw this ad on the paper and some billboards and TV ads. You want to travel? You want to earn a lot of money? It's not a job, it's an adventure. So I went to truck driving school in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. Diesel truck driving school. At that time, it was only 3 weeks. Somewhere around $3,000. Oh, they had some really beat up, no power steering cabovers. I remember there would be 5 of us in a truck while we go out driving around. I also remember falling asleep back there, waiting for my turn for a test drive. One time I almost fell asleep while I was driving. Yeah, it wasn't funny. But they were pretty lax back then. They are not what they used to be or what it is now. So I went to do that, and the first job that I had was with CRST out of Cedar Rapids Transport, or Cedar Rapids, Iowa. but I was assigned to the terminal here in Schererville, Indiana. Oh, what's going on? Why is my Jake brake on? So I worked for CRST for about 8 months. Oh boy, the story I could tell you. Was that a flashlight? Sure was. A very bright looking flashlight. Boy, I could tell you some Lulus and stories with CRST. The first week I was out with a trainer, his name was Gerald Potts. And I believe he was from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Oh man, that guy smoked like a chimney. Whew. Dashboard be full of cigarette ashes. Uh-oh, don't tell me we gotta be on the right lane here. Yeah. Now look like a horse's patoot now. Anyway, the first week that I had with Gerald, I remember in Laramie, Wyoming. He was driving. He pulled up to a truck stop. You know what? We're not going to be able to get over here. He pulled up to the truck stop. I was asleep. He woke me up and said, "Hey, going into the truck stop. You coming?" And I said, "No, I'll be okay." 30 seconds later, I changed my mind. I could still see him in front of me. So I followed him, and I think he went to the restaurant. I went to the bathroom. When I got out to the truck parking area, and sure enough, truck was gone. And this was like, geez, early May, or you know, I mean late May or early April. It was cold, but I was still kind of wearing shorts and slippers. It turned out that he took off without me because he thought I was still in bed. And I had a hitchhike all the way from Laramie to Rawlins, Wyoming. And yeah, a truck driver gave me a ride. I guess he only found out that I was not in the sleeper, I don't know, about 200 miles down the road. So I finally caught up with him. Oh, did I get chewed up. He was mad. Well, we continued on. Our first load went to California. And I remember it was a weekend and there was no load for that weekend. And I had some friends that lived in Los Angeles from the Philippines, and I was very excited to see them, so I kind of took the bus, went to see them, After that, we made a scheduled departure. So I did. I arrived at the truck stop at the TA in Ontario. When I got there, he was gone. That was the worst week, man. And from there, we met up in, I don't know, Las Vegas, I think it was. We picked up a load that went to Maryland. And, well, by the time we got to Maryland, he was sitting at the passenger seat. I was driving. And I remember he was yelling at me, read the signs, read the signs, read the signs. So I'm reading signs, and I wasn't paying attention to what's on the road. Sure enough, there was a very sharp farm implement that fell off of a tractor. One of those kind of like, it looks like a pie, it's sharp. And I remember it was on that side. And so I'm reading my sign, I'm reading a sign, and I'm in panic mode because this guy's yelling at the top of his lungs, smoking like a chimney. And what did I hear? Pop, 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 pop. All the tires on the outside all blew up. 5 tires in about 5 seconds. Oh man, I thought I was done. But I guess the trucking was kind of a little bit more forgiving back then. I don't know. I think you had to literally ran over a building to get fired. By the grace of God, I made it. I graduated from trainee to co-driver, and I paired up with a guy from Mallorca, Spain. Oh, what was his name? Moragon. Can't remember his first name. Oh, he had a hard time speaking English. So, yep, that went on for a while, and I don't know, back then I only worked 8 months at a time. I'd quit, go home, mooch on with my dad. I get bored, get the itch, go back on the road again. That was kind of my pattern, I guess. Until year 2001 when my dad died. Then I've never been on vacation, never. Well, except for last summer, I suppose. A 2-week vacation. Been working hard, straight, whether I was sick or not. I remember about 8-10 years ago, I had a back surgery. Yeah, I was on vacation, in bed, recuperating. You see, when my dad died, the faucet was turned off. So Johnny B. Good had to become a man. It's amazing how fast you grow up when you don't have a choice. hope I didn't waste your time. We'll catch you guys later. Have a good and godly evening, everyone. Once again, thank you for subscribing, comments, and please, I would greatly appreciate it. My family and I would appreciate if you guys would share my videos and spread it, and it's a win-win situation for everybody, I suppose. Alright, thank you very much. Peace.